Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. I was like, what the hell, man? I had to change my OBS updated, so I had to change. I had to fix all these fucking settings that went to the original settings. One of them being where my audio source is getting picked up as. It takes it from my webcam originally. I have to always change it to my microphone, my Yeti. Anyways, let's just go over low time frames real quick. I want to show you guys what I see on a low time frame because I think it's going to be pretty decent play moving up here. I'm not too sure what the hell. Well, I do have a pretty good feeling. This is the impulse, right? Impulse, right? Correction. Okay. What I'm seeing, like in this very low time frame, I'm thinking this is I'm gonna stop out and we're gonna have to re-enter. Watch. And these are all threes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is probably a 3 in here somewhere, and this is obviously some. So I'm wondering if this here is a little leading diagonal. I'm thinking it's gonna go like this: A, B, C. If we hold 40,000, 4,000, this goes up. Okay. It's probably gonna come for. It's probably gonna do that. So just be mindful. I have 0 risk at this point, minus fees, so like 40 bucks in fees. All right. Okay, now that we have my general idea on the low time frame, so we can get a grasp of what I'm trying to look for in the low time frame, the background of things, let's start talking about mid time frame and stuff like that. We'll talk about ETH, Bitcoin, and main. We'll talk about also peep E and J today as per request, and then talk about how to entries and exits based on this guy and this guy. Right. My music is also very loud. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I always forget that my music has to be turned down all the way, or else you guys won't hear me. Oh, I forget about that. I'm almost positive we're about to get taken out of this position for okay. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, in my opinion, is the hardest one right now. Let's see here. Okay. Start from the top. In a perfect world, guys, in my opinion, Bitcoin makes one more low, and we move up after that, like for like an indefinite, like a Super Bowl run. I'm with the idea that from either here or here, I'm still with this. I'm gonna still run with this until it's invalidated. I had no reason to from this moment. I had this. I ran away from it a few times like an idiot. I'm no longer gonna run away from all my ideas based on anybody else's interpretation. Mine's the only one I care about. So when I look at this, it's very simple in the higher time frame. If we start trending above this level here, we have to be with the idea that we're now have made a significant low, and we're no longer need to make any more lows. To me, it's a very straightforward count from this high to this low here, being 5. And this is a 2. Very harsh 3. We're just ping-ponging back and forth in this area, so it reminds me of like some corrective phase, maybe a 4. It makes sense when you throw back off this side, looking for a 5, 3, 5, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if this happens. Not quickly. I think this will take more time here, like this, just based on what happened today. But I think sometime next week, Bitcoin may roll over and it might not break this low, but it'll definitely try to. Okay, this is a huge range of 4. I honestly would say that we would truncate. and move back up, rather than break this low and then move back up. Okay, so just be mindful of the higher degree idea of what I have on Bitcoin. One can see this like hidden divergence starting to play out here. So this is why I'm like being mindful, especially since we have negative divergence, negative momentum. Usually when I think I deleted the hidden divergence signals on this version. I did. So usually, like right here, you would have got hidden X markers on the original SRSI, and I guarantee you we're getting that here too, right? And I guarantee you got plus markers here, and plus markers here, plus markers here, plus markers here, right? Hidden divs are by far the best way to trade, in my opinion, because it continues trends. So we have to be very respectful of it, right? Especially since we're negative, the higher degree Elliott wave interpretation suggests that we could make another low, right? So be very mindful when positioning yourself in Bitcoin, in my opinion. I think most alts won't make new lows. I don't think Ethereum will break its last low. So I think alts will be continually the better play moving forward. But be mindful, this is the idea on BTC. All right, zoom in a little bit. Let's talk about what's happening currently. To me, it's very, 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 very straightforward. From this low to this high, it's 3 waves. Up, down, up. 3 waves. That's corrective. Okay? So that's why I'm thinking we're in a 4 still. Okay? Kick out sell signal on the top of there. Another kick out sell signal here on the top of that. 2 good trades right there. Kick out sell signal here on top of those. This one would have failed here. Majorly, right? But I'm thinking we are going to raid this high on Bitcoin. Attempt to. I think this is the start of this wave's corrective sister. This is probably a weird 1, 2, and this is the starting of the last move here. Probably get into this area. Watch this zone here at BTC. If we get up here. Watch for a reaction. If we SFP, it's most likely we're going to come down like this and find a range down here. Okay? I'm not trading Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin's been really shitty to trade, honestly. Ethereum moved a lot better. Mana is moving a lot better too, and same as Sol. Those 3 coins have been moving a lot in terms of how fluid they move and how well we can just listen to our indicators. Because at the end of the day, if we go, the more choppy we get, the less reliable our indicators are. So you gotta find what coins are moving well and trade those. That's why I have all these always on the side, because every now and then if I start seeing like Bitcoin move, I'll check some of these charts to see if I see any of those coins moving more fluidly, and it'll make sense. Like that's not a fluid move, right? Like look how choppy that is, right? That'd be hard to hold on to positions personally, mentally, right? With all this up and down, you see your P&L keep moving up and down. It'd be hard for you to sustain that, right? When you should have just listened to that. So, in order to combat all that, find things that are running fluid, right, and trade those. Again, Bitcoin's not the clearest for me in terms of down here. This is very confusing, and so when things confuse me in terms of the wave process, that tells me one thing: it's most likely a corrective phase, and somewhere closer to the middle than the end of the corrective phase. The clearer things get, the closer to the end or beginning you are in Elliott wave. Always, the more complex it gets, the more confusing it is, the closer to the middle you are. Always. And so if I can't make sense of it, that tells me that we could be somewhere in the middle of a corrective phase still. Which I believe that, of being a 4, right? And it also wouldn't surprise me if this does this, guys, and grows. Like that. It would not surprise me one bit. I don't know exactly where Bitcoin is going in the midterm, but in my opinion, we're in a range, and therefore I'm playing alts. So let's move on to ETH. Start from the top again. ETH. Talk about, let's just go ahead and pop open. We're going to try to move as fast as possible. So we go to oh, man, I killed that, right? Bullish over, fucking. Anyways. Old charts. Gotta love them. I just wanted to mark up a chart that I don't have to delete all my low time frame stuff. Alright, same interpretation. I think we're in some sort of a complex combo. Either this is WXY. To me, this looks very Y-wavy. This is taking action of what Y waves do, which is very hard to distinguish, confusing, complex, up and down, just hard to distinguish. The only issue I have with this currently is the retrace is so shallow. You normally look for a retrace between these levels to consider it done. But if time happens to run away, it could invalidate that. So you could take either one of these interpretations. That is on you. To me, this retrace is so steep, I want to take it as a 5 here. But for this instance, for this study here, I'm just going to take it from here. So in order for us to assume that we could possibly make a logical conclusion to this Y wave, we would have to make a logical 3-wave pattern or 5-wave ABCDE pattern into this time frame, making a low into this time frame. This low happened to do that perfectly, right? So I'm saying, man, ETH, man, are you gearing up for some crazy bullishness come the end of the year, finishing out the starting into 22? Let's mark out a level real quick that I'm eyeing here. Get rid of the colors so I could see order blocks a little bit better. I'm going to draw the low of this bearish order block right here. This low of that bearish order block right there. Pretty prominent. It's been holding price, trying to close. All right, start trading below this level, then I'll believe that the Y wave's not done, which it could be. We'll talk about more of this, right? I personally would rather have us drop one lower, like this, to complete the Y wave in both price and time. When price and time coincide to collide in your charts, the likelihood of whatever you're perceiving is more likely to come true than not. And that's just pure logic based on that aspect, right? I have it written down. I actually wrote that aspect down a little bit better. It's right here. It's in the Neo Wave section. It's actually a beautiful way to interpret price and time and how important time is to everything. It's way up here, dang. I've written so much in this section. I'm not going to cut. Oh, yeah. When time, price, and a pattern coincide, change is inevitable. When each of the three market dimensions project a high probability of a trend change, the change is at least very highly probable, if not inevitable. So it's talking about structure, price, and time. When all those three things hit and match, it's almost like how can you not anticipate your idea coming true, right? So far, time makes sense. Price does not. Time makes sense. Structure, kind of. Okay? Now let's go to this lower. Oh my god, babies. Hoo 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 hoo. The only issue I don't like about this going to another low is that, to me, this is a 5-wave pattern. And so it's kind of hard to make sense of that being here. So what I'm thinking, though, is A, B, at a bare minimum, see, we're buying this pullback, but we're exiting here, and we're watching to see what happens. Because we don't know. Sure, it could be 1, 2, 3. I will know here. I will know. Pretty damn good. We'll exit, and if we start meandering around, start, putting in threes, I'm a flip our position. Similar to how we did back in this little area here. When I said, watch out for this 1, 2, 3, and we got to 3, and then I thought it was going to be an ABC coming down like this, but we started just chopping sideways. Like, you know what, guys? We're not. We're actually going to come raid that high. What happened? We raided that high. Same idea and concept. We don't know. We can only assume. At this point, we got an impulse going up after 3, after a 5 down. At a bare minimum, we should anticipate a pullback and one more wave of similar degree to that move that moved up. Bare minimum. That's it. That's how it works. That's how the wave process works. It's not complex. It's understanding when corrections form and when impulses form. All right. So that's the play on ETH, guys. In my opinion. Again, lower time frame stuff. I assumed I was probably gonna stop. I'm gonna go ahead and exit this. Basically, I already did. I already lost $40 on fees. I don't try to trade Elliott wave pattern on the lowest degree. I know I told you, like, hey, we're probably gonna go lower, like A, B, C. That's not a high probability trade at A, B, C. That's not in terms of Elliott wave. You don't want to trust 1 minute structures that much. Basically, the lowest structure you want to trust, like a 15-minute in terms of Elliott wave. 5-minute, 15-minute. That's why I was like, oh, this is a little diagonal. I'm trusting this diagonal more than I trust that little trade inside. So I'm gonna hold on to that interpretation a little bit longer, right? So I personally think this will probably end up being, this is to me a 5-wave impulse. I don't think we should go a penny higher unless we're like indefinitely bullish. So what I think is going to happen, A, B, C, come attack those highs, drop down like this. That's B, and here comes your C, or wave 3. Okay? Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. I personally don't think we're just going to run and rally like that, because I don't see it really on, like, again, price doesn't make sense, time does. If price made sense, I'll be more bullish here. But right now, I'm not, just because price doesn't make sense. But for now, we're looking for a buyback, because at a bare minimum, we should anticipate this being a 3-way move, and at maximum, a 5-way move. Bare minimum, it'll end up being an A. That's an impulse, man. You cannot argue with me. This, from this low to here's an impulse. A, and then a B, and then a C. And to me, this makes sense, right? Support right there. That's probably closer to 0.5 retrace. Wave 3 algo. Wave 3 to 4 algo. In terms of Elliott wave. 0.5 retrace. Probably raid this high. If not, raid this high. Damn, can't fucking. Okay. This is a 5-way pattern. I think you typically testing. Am I still here? I'm sorry about the lag. My internet went down yesterday, so I wouldn't be surprised that it's just doing more of that shit. clipping sound. Bro, Modern Picasso, that happened to me yesterday. Okay, showing my streaming is going. Hold on. All right, my stream is now. We're now green. I was right now before I changed my VPN off. We're orange. So, tell me if that fixed things. I think it was because of my VPN, guys. I can't have my VPN running all the time. But anyways, dude, yeah, Modern Picasso, that happened to me yesterday. I got stopped out yesterday because I was like, man, this looks like a diagonal forming, guys. I said that to my group. They're like, this is 5. Like, this is like a diagonal forming. And I don't know. Such a rookie mistake. I thought this was the high. Took the short. Placed my stop there. Stopped me out here. Woke up to price right here. I was like, fuckers. Took the short. And oh, dude, this kind of fucked me up. Took the short. Was up like 500 some bucks right here. I got busy, forgot all about my trade. Got an alert when this broke back over here, this level here, because I had an alert set for these breaks here on the 15-minute. Closed, and I'm like, oh shit. And then I immediately just reversed position. And that's how I got that one win. But yeah, dude, for in terms of positioning yourself, you always want to try to position yourself. Like, I want to say, like, give or take right around the closes and opens of London and New York. So here's New York Open. Look how well that position would have, that was a good position. That trade would have been a good position. London was right here. London's right here. Here's London. This is London from midnight to 2 a.m. right here. Look at that position you would have made. So London, New York Open, and New York Close are by far the best times to position yourself into a trade. By far, as a day trader. I know I don't have London showing up right now because I used to try to trade London all the time, but I can't stay up that late all the time anymore, so I don't do it as much. So I took away London to help, so I don't get teased into trading London. So I took it away from my kill zone script. But yeah, usually you can make all your money in these in these time frames right here. Usually, there's usually at least one good trade in these time frames, or at least a good position. You can set yourself up in a position wise throughout for a trade throughout the day. All right. Anyways, Mana, I know I'm talking randomly a lot. This looks like an ABC, man. I kind of want to buy this, guys. Okay, structure. Now we need to confirm it. Look at that break here, guys. Look at that easy short could have kept there. This break here. This break there. Zoom in just a little bit more. Let's get a little more structure here. Yeah, nope, I don't like this. I think this is the impulse. We're going down on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Weirdo Chueco impulse. If we happen to start trading above $3.40, I will possibly get in, set a stop at $3.35, and then see where it takes me. But I think the entire market wants like a mini pullback momentarily before, the other leg up. I'm just saying that because this retrace here is like fucking huge, way steep, and this right here runs into this territory. So this is not, this is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. This move has to be terminal there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, and then we're coming down now. So for mana above 340, I'm interested in buying. I'm interested in buying a bag of mana if we can retest this range here between $3 and I'll say $3 and I'll say this higher here. So $3.28 to $3.20. I think I would be interested in a long in mana. Start trading below speed. I hate that. Start trading below this here, slow here, $3.13, 15 cents. I'll be bearish on mana. But for now, guys, I think mana is ready to run this range, guys. I am with this idea that mana is about to be ready to run this entire range. I've been looking, hunting for this play. Hunting. I think this is it. I think we're finally in the cusp of this play that I've been hunting for quite some time now. To me, this from this high to this low has taken so much time that I have to assume it's B wave first. If we would have made it, if this low or this low would have been the low to move up, I would have been more impulsive. But since we made another low and took 7 times the time of A or greater, that is so B wave to me. Could be a very possibility that for some reason this is an X wave. Or I don't think it could be a B wave. But it's an X wave. And this is a weird W, X, Y, and this is the N, and we move up indefinitely. I don't really believe that. To be continued on my higher degree interpretation on mana. Because I don't want to get too... I remember last time I thought, thinking about back on a coin, on BAT, I thought BAT, oh man, I killed a BAT chart, but it fooled me hard as fuck. I'm not going to lie. I killed it, but it fooled me hard as shit. And I don't want that to happen on mana. Because to reiterate what happened, on BAT, I thought the B wave was wave 5. And I was hesitant to buy the consolidation pullback on 4 because I thought it was a new trending piece to the downside. Little did I know, that was the bottom of 4, and we ended up blasting off for more highs, just like my idea envisioned it. So, what that told me is like I wasn't being patient enough, and second of all, I wasn't allowing enough discrepancy between 2 and 4. So let's look at BAT real quick. See, this is where I thought 4 ended, and then this happened. I got stopped out. Like, what the fuck? Well, nope. More complexity assumed. Ended up being a complex triangle. And this was ended here. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 3, 4, 5, wave 5. C wave. So taking the amount of time we took, let's get an interpretation of what we could be. It's crazy. It's always within. It's nuts. It still lands within the algo we look for. That is fucking crazy, guys. Holy shit. Sometimes you just gotta be patient and trust your tools, man. If I would have pulled this tool out, oh, dude, I am beating myself up on that one, guys. Not gonna lie. That was textbook wave 4. Oh, dude, holy shit. And I missed it. I thought that was it. Ooh, my fault. That was my fault. Rookie mistake. So, back to mana. See how much time we have taken so far. See, that's the thing here, guys. Ooh, that's the thing. Ooh, baby. Check this. Look where our low is made. Right there. Look where the max amount of time we look for algo. If we don't break this low, this could be wave 5 of mana. We could be in wave 5 on mana. Guys. So you guys know that. We could. This will probably be an extension. This will probably be the extension, double extension if this happens. just because how much time this is taking. If this is 2 and it's taking that much time, this is definitely going to be a complex extension of 5. It'll be a double extension of 3 and 5, where 5 takes on the most shape and structure. But for now, for sure, I think we're doing this. Not for sure. Don't quote me. Not financial advice. I shouldn't have said that. But I'm thinking with a pretty good hunch that this is at least happening. We start trading above 344. Oh, we're tagging $4.23 like nothing. And then beyond that, who knows? This could be the trade, guys. We'll see. Okay, we'll go to ENJ because someone asked me about ENJ first. I guess I'll use Kraken. All right, Tether, I guess. Binance. I have not TA'd this chart in years. So I'm gonna pull it back just a little bit because I don't like to get. Oh, this chart doesn't look too good, honestly. This chart scares me. When I look at this chart scares the shit out of me, honestly. Mana scares me, man. It could be. Oh, but ENJ scares me. It could be either. Let's do something real quick. The max amount of time you could allow for this is like basically a 2.0, I think. So our 2.0 is here. With the hotspot being here. Hotspot in here, max amount for wave 4 to 2 is this. 2 times the time. For B waves, it could be fucking, I'm telling you, 5, 10 times. If the entire ecosystem is bullish, I have to. If my entire idea on the entire ecosystem, with Bitcoin and Ethereum being the most prominent ones in that, being bullish, I have to think that this also is doing that, right? I will say that from this low to here, it kind of scares me. It kind of looks like it wants to be a diagonal, and then we come down indefinitely. But to me, this 5 looks pretty fucking small. I don't think it'll happen like that. I think we actually need some more bullishness to occur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's. Dude, I know it's always like this. I had to change my sleeping schedule and started waking up at fucking 6 every day just because I could catch the morning NYC Open because I'm telling you, when I miss the mornings, it's just so much harder to make my money throughout the week. It's crazy. So, dude, if that's what it takes, waking up for 2 hours, that 2 hour section to get that entry. That might be what it takes, And, that's what fortunately, I live on the West Coast, so it's not as difficult. I mean, actually, it's pretty hard, actually. It actually makes it worse that I'm on the West Coast. But, yeah. Yeah. Nasty divergence. So, 0, 1, 2. So X pivot's right here. If we start trading below this level on a daily close, if we start trading below this level on daily closes, I'm with the idea that ENJ has topped out and we are now correcting for an ABC. Like this. A, this will be a B, and then C. That's the important level in my opinion. We should not break that. If this divergence is going to be true in reverse price, we will break that. If it's not, we won't. We'll hold this order block and move up, and prove to me that this is a running flat for which I think the entire ecosystem's on into a 5. Could be wrong, but that's the idea in general on the grand scheme of things, entire ecosystem. So, all right. CRV, and then we'll talk about this, like how to get entries on I'm thinking this is taking a shape of a weird Tueco leading diagonal wave 1 for this wave 3 here that's developing. I'm still bullish on this. And I'm with this idea here. Valid on close below here. Now, that was an old chart. No, that's not going to do that. It's going to do this. So end up being a leading expanding diagonal if this interpretation here is correct. Meaning wave 5 should not hit the top of this trend line. But it also should mean that it is pretty complex in here, but I have to assume bullishness on this idea. We all know the name of the level in the sand is right here in the red zone. If you start trading above this red zone, it's game over. I'm definitely with the idea that it's from the low, though. It's an impulse, and that in the long-term scheme of things, CRV is a really good buy. I just don't know with hard confidence. Oh, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for wave 2. Definitely with this WXY though here for sure. Treat this. Yeah, difficult, man. Difficult. The way I'm not trading this coin right now. But if this is able to rally up and break this high here, expect to retrace like this, and happen it fast too. But this will end up being a 1, 2, and then this is gonna send it to Valhalla, dude. Okay, if we break lower, especially in my opinion, I could argue this low being the much more low. So if we start trading below $3.20. I'm going to be with the interpretation that this is not the start of the impulse, and this is actually an ABC that formed in the middle here. I just don't like how short this B wave is, makes me not want to believe that. And then A, B, then here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, 4, 5, right? Daily momentum is negative. Weekly momentum should be positive. It is. Anyways. That essentially sums it up. Now let me distinguish. Let's talk about this M15 chart. It's ETH. I'm really thinking A, B, C, rally to attack these highs. Short coming down, final landing down between 3,900 and 3,800. Send it to all-time highs. So, all right, step 1. You want to make your momentum, shit, wrong one. You want to make your momentum at least 3 to 5 times less than the time frame you're in. So this is on 15. So I'm using 5, which is 3 times less than that. You can use 3. I like the way the 5 looks. Right. That's just for added confirmation. You really don't need it because usually the color change of trend aid, what do you want to call it, coincides pretty damn well with the color change of that 5 to 3 times less time frame of the study you're studying. Right? And everything I'm showing you in this time frame is done secondly. So you already have a preliminary bias or idea based on Elliott wave, divergences, or price action using like order blocks and stuff like that. Right? Now you need to figure out how to confirm that pattern. Well, in my opinion, I developed this to confirm price movements, impulsive price movements, which are the trades we want to be on. We want to trade impulses. We don't want to trade corrections. My indicators never get chopped up during an impulse. They will always run fluidly throughout the entire impulse. During the corrections, it'll get chopped up. Right? But during impulses, it runs fluidly. It runs fluidly. It runs fluidly. During correction, it gets a little, even though it was white the entire time, it would have been hard to hold on to, right? Especially since this was like battling, trying to poke positive, and finally, boom, full positive. How do you know that's not confirmed positive, but this is? You always want to make sure it closes over that trend aid or whatever you want to call it with at a bare minimum 1 close, but I always would suggest 2 to 3 closes. So this had 1 close above it, failed, 1 close below it. This went positive, but this was below it, so it didn't even matter. 1 close above, 2 close above, 3 close above, and positive momentum. Why not take an entry there? Take that trade. That's a good trade. It's not meant to make a home run trade. Sure, that's an amazing trade. That's a way better trade than that, but you're not going to always get that, right? How do you know when to exit? Exit when this goes negative. Or the best exits are always regular divergence that happen below the band for bearish divergence or above the band for bullish divergence. Like for this instance, middle low, and didn't really do it there. Let's try to find a good example. Right here. Here's a low. Nope, not a good example either. The hourly does it really good right here. This 15-minute does it pretty well here. Look, here's a low. Here's a low. New low, but higher low on RSI. And look at this. It's over the band. That's the best form of reversals. Best form by far. Even right here, even though it's like slightly above the band, that's essentially, underneath the band. That's a divergence. Here's another one. High, underneath the band. Great reversal. Right? Anyways. So, always wait on 1 or 2 closes. Above, this is what confirms it. This gives you the idea that the trade is going to come true. This confirms the trade that's going to most likely will come true. After this, and again, this is done all after that you already had a preliminary bias based on either Elliott wave, divergences. I recommend using hidden divergences for your ideas because you're trying to continue on a pattern, and use your regular divergences for exits for taking profit. Anyways, yeah. I really want to get down. I really want to sneak this trade. I really think it's going to happen, guys. Sneaking towards the break. We're below here though. This is probably this trade right here is probably more like a 5-minute trade, like a 5-minute time frame trade. The way it's acting. I would definitely trust the 5-minute on this. So if the 5-minute could do exactly what I just said, explain on the 15-minute, on this 5-minute, break above this, close 2 to 3 candles above, this breaks positively, stays positive, all those kind of close. I would anticipate at a bare minimum a 1-to-1 of this move, if not a 1.23, and if we're really lucky, it actually is an impulse. But I'm thinking it's gonna end up being just an ABC here, like this, ABC, and it's gonna end up being a sell. All right, guys and girls, that's it. We've been talking a long time. We've been going for what the hell? My clock is not 52 minutes. Holy shit! Jesus Christ, that's horrible. I will release it this week. I think I'm happy with where things are. It's not much of a difference, but the subtle differences make a difference in my opinion. Like with SRSI, it tends to be tends to lead better, and it also tends to not be as, with the HMA being the underlying smoothing factor, it tends to be smoother and less, bouncing back and forth on the midband. It tends to just be underneath or above it, like I've been wanting it for, right? So I think by the end of this week I'll have it all released. If not within the next 48 hours, but I'm just been so fucking busy, man. It's ridiculous. Like, even after I'm done with this, I have to go. I'm still not even done with my day. I need to go do some other stuff outside. I need to. Oh man, I got so much to do still. I mean, I can still do stuff for us. I can still make pamphlets, freaking infographics, videos. Dude, there's literally a million things to do every single day in my life. It's pretty overwhelming sometimes. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. It's been your boy, Satoshi motherfucking Heavy, sending in here. Alright? Hope you all had a good day today. Hope you all liked the stream. Sorry I've been a little inconsistent. I've just been so freaking busy the past month with, I help run a construction company, contracting company. And so we've just been getting slammed with houses and buildings. And so I've been needing to be there to make sure everything's going right. It's just been fucking taking so much of my time. Where I've not been able to... I've been getting home at 6 and 7. And by that time, I'm like, I don't even want to do anything. So... yes, my friends. We will try my absolute hardest to get it popping this Sunday. Sunday we'll talk mostly high time frame. We'll definitely not dive into anything lower than 1 hour. And Sunday is the time you get to ask me your questions on alts and shit, all those coins and shit like that, where I will most likely chart all of them. Alright? So I'll catch you on Sunday, 5 to 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Write that down. Alright? Till then, y'all be safe. If you're in my group, don't be afraid to ask questions. Even if you're not in my group, on Twitter, ask me a question. I mean, my DMs are always open. I always peep those at least 3 times a week. Okay? My DMs get a little clustered and fluttered. If it's if you pin it with a chart or an actual question, legitimate question, I will answer it. If you just ask a very vague question like, what can I buy? Oh, do you think I should sell this? No. If you can ask me if you should sell something, give me your interpretation on the chart, and I'll mark it up at my interpretation, and then you go based off of that. And you can actually possibly learn something rather than just asking for something. Try to learn something, right? Anyway, catch you. Don't be afraid to ask questions. My group, study. Where I'm really trying to get us all just menaces and freaking mercenaries on the chart, man. That's my ultimate goal. Get us all when we just see a chart and know what the fuck's going on. Or if we don't care to even try, and we wait for the next opportunity. That's it. Alright? So again, my group, study hard. Keep asking me questions. Don't be afraid to ask me any questions. If you're in my group, no questions, stupid. Alright? Till next time, you guys. Catch me, your boy, Satoshi motherfucking Heavy. This Sunday, 5 to 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Be safe, my friends. Peace the fuck out.